Hey everyone, so I will be speaking about week 8 reflections based off of Ala and Campoy and Tabor's. I didn't read the rest of the articles, so I can't reflect on them due to the fact that I had my wisdom teeth taken out. So if you see me a little bit extra chunky, that's what it is, but I'm much better, thank you. In Unit 9 of Ada and Campoy, I learned about developing relationships. This section brought much amusement to me, which is why I chose Book 43, Creating a Book, A Person in My Life, to do my activity 2 on. This unit reflected on the people in our lives that influenced our well-being in one way or another. By reflecting and building an activity on someone who has had purpose in our lives, we honor them by recognizing their values, we understand another person's journey, including their difficulties and challenges. We focus on understanding one's life. This unit helped me focus on someone's life for deeper understanding of human nature and the circumstances that anyone can have on a person's development. In my activity, like I said before, I did it on book 43. I was able to reflect and remember the qualities of my grandmother and think about the memories I have with her, and I hope to continue building with her for many more years and all the facts that I know about her. I was able to reflect on the specific things she has done in my life and in others. This unit brought like an emotional touch when thinking of my grandmother and the in-depth process of developing relationships. In Unit 10, it was from yesterday to tomorrow. The unit was reflecting on how to become, or how you became who you are today and who you will be in the future. On page 234, it says, the person we are today originated in a specific environment, nourished by certain foods, surrounded by words and examples of others. The sentence couldn't be any truer. When we are born, we begin to learn by visualizing and copying what others do, from the language and accent we speak in, to the clothing we wear, to the decisions we make. The people that surround us are the people that are molding us to be the person we are meant to be. Moving along to Tabor's Chapter 7, it focused on the topic of using the curriculum to facilitate second language and literacy learning. In the chapter, I learned about how curriculum helps second language learners develop language skills and begin developing literacy. As stated on page 107, there are different areas during the day where children are strengthening their oral language and are engaged in learning the second language with students within the classroom. During instructional time, students are trying to understand and put two and two words together to come to a conclusion as far as what the teacher is saying. Once the activity begins, the children are now able to work among one another to activate the prior knowledge to the explanation of the activity and then show what they know throughout the activity. In continuance, I was intrigued by the intervention strategy shared by the Language Acquisition Preschool, or LAP, LAP, at the University of Kansas. They stated 4 strategies that I believe are very effective from prior experience in my own classroom. Number 1 was provide opportunities for language use and interaction. Teachers should be providing engaging activities based off of curriculum themes that the children can relate to. Teachers allow the children time to interact and discuss based off the instructional approach. Teachers provide materials as needed basis where materials are used to stimulate efforts of interaction. I feel like interaction is so important when it comes to the classroom, because even in my own classroom, we'll catch our kids, we're trying to teach and then they're just talking but then when you actually listen to what they're doing, they're talking about what we're teaching, and I think that is just so cool. We were actually teaching addition, and by the time we knew it, they were talking, and all you hear is, they were putting their hands together, like 3 plus 2, I get 5. Or if I put 3 and 1, I get 4. And it was just it made us happy, even though they were disrupting interaction, and disrupting instructional time. It made us happy to know that they were interacting, but based off what they were learning, which I think is awesome. I think that's how they learn the most, when it's them teaching each other. Number 2 was provide focused stimulation on particular language features. Teachers should provide instruction that targets sounds, words, and forms to be used with certain students. Forms should be ones that the children have not yet produced. Teachers are to recast by repeating an idea in a different way, which allows children to compare different outcomes. So, it's not just about instruction and they do. No, give them opportunities to build on what they're understanding. And then you engage and it's not a right or wrong. It's okay, let's see what else we can do from this. Number 3 was develop routines to help children connect events and language. I see a lot of problems like within my own school that there's not routine. Everything is just how it goes for some people, and then they wonder why their classroom is dysfunctional. But routine, even if you're not following the lab strategies, you should always have routines that are constant. Children need to know already what's going to happen next. That helps with you in transition in general. Okay, it gives the students like their expectation and their readiness, like they know what's gonna come next and they're gonna be prepared for it. So with kids that don't speak English, they need to know these things so that they can be ahead of the game and not delayed when it comes to things like that, and not as lost in general. Stimulate social interaction with children. Teachers will help stimulate interaction with children by guiding them to redirect their requests, by sending them to speak with another child in order to resolve whatever problem or answer any question. In my classroom, we call it, she's technically a selective mute because she really doesn't speak to anyone. And on top of that, she speaks Spanish, although she understands everything that we say. She understands it fully. She knows what we're telling her to do, but then since she's like a selective mute, she thinks just by pointing, she's going to get her way. So what we do is, when I say we, my partner and I, we'll take her aside. She wants to just speak to us, and then we have her restate what is it that she wants. You want to go to that area? What's the name of that area? What do you want to do there? And she needs to build that, and we let her know you won't play there until you try to communicate with us. So that's helped her come out of her shell a little bit more, which it's awesome. Number 4, I said, was stimulate social interaction. And as far as literacy, the text states that there are 5 activities that educators are likely to use for literacy, which is to target letter recognition, emphasize sounds that make up words, show how books look and how they work, emphasize words and their meaning, and encourage telling stories, explaining how the world works, and building a fantasy world. Learning the alphabet as early as possible is a great leap in learning literacy through second language. The alphabet leads to better understanding of text within the story, which then brings better understanding of the world around them. I look forward to listening to what the rest of you have to say. Thanks for watching.